You've survived another year. Thank you for listening, downloading, and supporting this, the Black Man with the Gun Show podcast. This is the last episode for 2018, and I just want to say thank you for being here with me, your friend, and your brother from another mother, Ken Blanchard. This week is almost a bonus episode. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get back from my family vacation in time to put something together, but I made a few phone calls, and I'm glad I did that. 5 things your mom should have taught you about the gun community. And the person who's going to give me some of those points, you may have heard of her. Her name is Avery Skipalis. She is the owner of skipstacticalsolutions.com. I know I mentioned her last week, and I had just saw her on Instagram, but we had a nice, long conversation. And I pulled some nuggets out that I want to share with you because I'm supporting her. Yes, I am. I'm hoping that you had a really good Christmas, that you had a really good Hanukkah, a really good holiday, very, very good winter solstice, whatever you celebrate, if there's anything, that everything is well with you and your family. My family and I, we had a great time in Orlando, did a little traveling and got a little chance to be together and stand in very long lines to ride on one ride. But we were together. That's all that matters. As you get ready to celebrate the new year, 2019, and think about 2018 and all the struggles that we both have had, look forward to this, that most of the most important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed no hope at all.
BlackManWithAGun.com, Ken Blanchard's Pro Gun Podcast.
If you are new to the gun community and you just started looking at stuff, reading things online, watching the Instagram stories and all, you'll find that there are some very interesting people in our community. But there's probably 5 things that your mom probably didn't tell you about. One is that our community is also full of trolls, racist, and misogynist. Yeah, they are. And our community is also can be very empowering. Our community can also be very passionate on the positive and the negative side. So you don't have to temper yourself for that. And that guns itself, firearms, is a family subject. Make sure that you talk about it with yours. And then I learned something today from a new person that says tactical is a mindset. I kind of always knew that, but I didn't really put it to terms as I was told today. And I'm going to share that with you in a few after John Wayne leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, I said some rough stuff there before John Wayne gave us the pledge, didn't I? Yeah. I'm saying that so that you won't go into this community blind, that you won't think that what we do and what we say is not without fault, that everything we say is perfect, because there's some slugs in our group. There's some folks, not folks who listen to this show, of course, but there's some folks who bring a bad name to the whole cause. And we don't have to tolerate it, actually. You can actually say no, stop, go away. You don't have to friend them, answer them, any of that stuff. Yeah, you have a choice. Silence is a good thing. Don't give them any shine. No attention whatsoever. A lot of attention whores and gangsters out there will say anything and do anything because, for the most part, it's without consequence. But we have to start policing our own. Call the herd of the turds, if we were. Can I get an amen, somebody? This is a really short episode. I got a chance to talk to Avery, also known as Skipalis. She's the owner of Skip's Tactical Solutions. And Skip's Tactical Solutions is a veteran-owned and operated business. She started the business because she wanted to empower men and women and make sure that no one else becomes a victim. She is not your average Joe when it comes to firearms. I've been kidding people about being tactical for the last couple of weeks, so I asked her about it, and this is what she said. Before I even get into the interview, I want to just share this piece right here.
I wanted people to know when it comes to tactical, a lot of people think tactical, like military, law enforcement, like you need to be tactical in your day-to-day life. You can be tactical without doing anything special, but just having this mindset, you know, and carrying a firearm on you. And like a lot of people that really don't know me, they would never think I would carry a gun, you know. They would probably, I've had a dude that tell me at the, couple months ago at the gas station, he was like, little lady, you shouldn't be out here by yourself. I'm like, only if he knew, if he even attempted, he would die today, you know?
Somewhere back in 1984, there was a group called Kool and the Gang, and they had a song called She's Fresh. And that pretty much sums it up for this woman for me. Need some ammo? Check out ammo.com. It's your best source for ammunition online. The shipping is fast, the customer service is good, and they sell name brands you can trust. Ammo.com. And if you like saving money as much as I do, use the link ammo.com/Black Man with a Gun. And while I'm journeying through here free of charge, let me talk to you about crossbreedholsters.com. They are the makers of some of the finest holsters in America. They're imitated for a reason. They sell holsters, belts, modular systems. They are a U.S. company that my friend started back in 2005, and they've been supporting this show for almost a decade. Crossbreed Holsters has raised the standard for customer service in the holster industry. They got a 2-week try-it-free guarantee and a lifetime warranty. You've tried the rest, now go with the best. Go to crossbreedholsters.com and check out what they got going on in the new year for 2019. crossbreedholsters.com. Miss Avery, welcome to the Black Man with a Gun show.
Thanks for having me, Ken.
Man, we have a nice conversation for the last couple of minutes, and I just want to share some of the high points of some of the stuff that we've talked about. You're all right. I just want to let you know that. It's just from what I've heard, I think you're all right. An Air Force person, you're a trainer with some serious skills. You've had probably more classes than most people who have podcasts and do stuff. So what makes you different? Why should we even care? Who are you?
But I think what's different about me is just my style. Like, I've been that person that doesn't know anything, and I'm still that person that when I go into, like, if I were to go to Glock and take a course, everybody's going to look at me like I'm stupid, you know? Or like when I go into a unit, like, because I used to work with special tactics in the Air Force, and when I got to the unit, they were like, "Are you our computer girl?" And I'm like, "No, I'm in charge of the armory." And they're like, "What?" And then when I got to MacDill, I work in a joint unit here, so, you know, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. And they were like, "Oh, are you our admin?" I'm like, "No, I'm the NCIC of the Armory." And they're like, "What?" So, you know, for me, it's just my style. I'm not a yeller, and I just know how to talk to people, you know, because I've worked with so many different people, and I know how to turn it up and I know how to dial it down, you know. I just know how to make people feel comfortable. And I've worked with the guys that yell at people and call them stupid, and that's just not a good environment to learn anything in, you know. And there's certain people that works for, but majority of the people that's not a conducive learning environment, you know.
What's your favorite thing to teach?
I really like to teach handgun classes. Everybody loves a good AR, you know, but I do enjoy teaching the pistol because I feel like with a pistol, you know, someone's going to be up close and personal. So a lot of people are more comfortable with that platform because it's a little bit smaller. Pistol's definitely my go-to.
Oh, nice. You are not, in my words, you are a girly girl. You got the stiletto fingernails. You got a little color on them bad boys. You're not shying away from being a woman. What's that all about? You know,
I've always prided myself in just being 100% honest with who I am and just being secure in who I am, you know. So when it comes to this gun community, I want to bring my skills to the gun community, but I still want to be the original Avery, because people need to know that you can still be a girly girl and know how to break down an AR. You can still be a girly girl and throw on your cargo pants and go out to the range and, get dirty.
Nice. Your name of your show, the name of your website is Skips Tactical Solutions. Tactical is usually reserved for the knuckle draggers, the cops, the military. Tactical has a different meaning for you. How do you define tactical?
So I do, being active duty, I do see tactical in that way as well. But for me personally, tactical is, it's really a mindset. It doesn't have to be someone who is arming up daily in the military or in that police officer role. It can be someone who just has a different mindset of they want to be able to protect themselves. They want to be vigilant and just situationally aware at all times. So, tactical, a lot of people think, cargo pants, 5'11", that type of thing. But for me, it's really that mindset that you have to where you can just always be able to protect yourself.
Nice. In the new year, 2019, folks are making goals, making plans. You mentioned that you want to kind of give back to the community in 2019. What's that all about?
I live here in Tampa, Florida, and obviously pretty much everywhere in the U.S. there are low-income areas. So in Tampa, I really want to give back to low-income, and whether it be, in the capacity of children or just, doing a class with families that are low income. But I also want to be involved in domestic violence victims. A lot of them, they have issues that they're dealing with, and maybe they were not able to protect themselves. So maybe I can help empower them and help them get that sense of security back and teach them how to be able to protect themselves.
Nice. As a wife and mom, how's that affecting your business and your mindset?
Whew. So as a wife and a mother, they keep me busy. My husband is an active duty service member as well. And everything that we do it as a team. So, if he has long days at work, then it's me pretty much holding down the fort. And it gets hard to run a business and work full time, but it's something that we actually do as a family. I'll have my kids, read emails to me, while I'm washing dishes, or, my kids, we do everything pretty much structured, because we have to. They have their homework time and they help me take inventory of my stock. It's something that I want them to see how much work goes into it. And I know that my kids actually know how much work goes into it, because they'll say things like, "Man, Mom, I'm so proud of you. You went to work all day and then you came home and you worked on the business," or, "You worked all week and then this weekend you went and taught some classes." So, as a mom, I feel like this was something really good to do, because I'm showing my kids that, you can put in hard work and no matter what, you're going to come out on top. And then, as a wife, it's just something that we can all do together. My husband is an instructor as well. So sometimes if I need him to come to a class with me, he can come to the class with me as well. And it's a whole out family affair. But, I wouldn't have it any other way. I didn't know it was going to be as hard as it was, or as hard as it is. But I enjoy teaching people how to protect themselves and to just give them that knowledge. And my kids enjoy it as well.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of folks who talk the talk about family, but they don't have one. They talk about helping the community, but they don't do anything except for talk. So hats off to you for that.
Thank you.
Where do you want to go next?
Where do I want to go next?
Avery's done a lot, man, in the last 8 months.
Where do I? So it's not a 2019 goal, but I'm always working on this goal. My goal is to have my own range and my own gun store. So that's definitely a long-term goal, but I'm working on that daily. 2019 is continuing to grow my business and just spreading the knowledge. When it comes to firearms, I want people to know, like, they're just tools, and they're tools that can be an equalizer for a lot of people. So if you don't know, then take a class, and that's what I'm here for. And 2019, I will be spreading the good knowledge of firearms and firearm safety.
Amen, sister. Amen. You started a podcast called Skip's Tactical Solutions Podcast, and you found out, like a lot of folks probably don't know, about how podcasting is. What's been some good things that you've seen from your podcast?
Let's see, good things that I've seen. I've had a couple of reviews where people say, they learned some things that they didn't already know. Or, I've had people who have reached out to me and they've said, just by listening to my podcast, they stumbled upon my podcast. And then once they got there, they listened to a couple episodes and they went to my website and they felt extremely empowered just by my photos, and the way that I carried myself. And for me, even if it's one person that I could impact, that means the world to me. So everybody's all about likes, shares, and downloads. When it comes to the podcast, don't get me wrong, I do look at my downloads because I do want to know what the people want to listen to. But at the same time, if there's one person that could be impacted by an episode, which I know that's happening, it's worth it for me.
Yeah, I'm actually save this piece right here for one of those days when you're feeling low, that you remember what you just said, because sometimes you need just one. You just need one person to say, hey, I heard you and you made me smile, or you taught me something, or I'm going to tell my friend about you because of what I heard. You are doing it. So I'm encouraging you right now to keep on doing what you're doing and don't let the naysayers dog you out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And they're going to have to pull out all the stops to get me to stop. Me as well. Because at the end of the day, that's all you have to fall back on.
Yeah. So true. All right, Ms. Avery, I'm going to let you go. And I appreciate your time. And how can folks reach you if they want to see more about Skip's Tactical Solutions?
So, of course, you can check out my podcast, which is Skip's Tactical Solutions, and it is on all major platforms, or you can head over to my Instagram or Facebook and all my social media platforms. My handle is Skip's Tactical Solutions, and I also have a YouTube as well.
And there you have it. Thank you, sis.
Thank you.
Podcasting is booming. If you've thought about what it would take to create a dynamic podcast to boost your marketing, communicate with your audience, or stay in touch with the community, you were right. Podcasting can do that, though. But maybe you didn't want to start something new. You didn't want to waste time learning a new skill. Well, I can help you. You know time is money. Just record and promote your show and leave the rest to podcastsolutions.us. I'm a veteran podcaster that just started this new company in the DMV focused on helping business-minded people like you. If you know you need a podcast to market your service or product, but don't want the pain of editing and producing it, I'm your guy. podcastsolutions.us. If you have a political campaign, you're a real estate person, in the medical field, you have a niche business, a small business, we can. Visit podcastsolutions.us. Schedule an appointment with me, Ken, and let me explain how we can win with podcasting in 2019. podcastsolutions.us. And for the record, Mike will be back with us next week. Hey, a quick question for you. How many of you listening use the Black Man with a Gun app, either on Android or on iOS? Show of hands. Yeah? Cool. It's a free app. You can get it on iOS and on Android system. Look for the Black Man with a Gun logo. Yes. And if you would do me a favor, send me a Happy New Year message to blackmanwithagun@gmail.com through the app. I'm trying to test this thing out. Right now, it's a one-way thing. I'm trying to make sure that it is working like it should. If you use the app, send me an email to blackmanwithagun@gmail.com or whatever address is on the email link for that. We're going to see which one works. Did you know that that app was actually supported by our Patreon group? Yeah, Show Enough is supporting it. You are a Show Enough supporter if you are helping keep this thing going. Don't know what I'm talking about? Then check out this from Show Enough. Are we the meanest? Are we the prettiest? Are we the baddest mofo low down around this town? Are we not the supporters of the black man with a gun? I can't hear you. Patreon.com/black man with a gun. So let me reiterate that again, just in case you didn't hear me what I said the first time. If you're using the app to listen to the podcast, use that bad boy to send me an email. I want to see if the system works. And if you didn't know we had an app, you can find yours at the iOS, the Apple Store, or on Android. I think it's a Google Play, and get it for free. It's not really free. It's being supported by members just like you that thought it not robbery to support a brother. And you're making it happen. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, being a part of this podcast. You know, as a listener, you got much to be proud of. This show is one of the longest running pro-gun podcasts out there. And it's listener sponsored. It's sponsored by a couple of good friends and a couple of good companies. And they come and go, the companies do, because, hey, it's money. So I make up for it with regular stuff, regular folks. You help me out, and you help me keep this thing going, both in encouragement and in your dollars. So if you don't have anything to give, make sure you don't forget to say thank you or hello or Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, something. Tell the brother, give him some positive input. Sometimes it gets hard down here in the basement. I'm wondering if I'm just talking to myself. We are fast approaching 2019 and episode number 600 of this show. And for a minute there, I thought I was going to quit. But I think I'm just going to keep on going a little further. You are capable of so much more than you can even imagine. I want you to know that I believe in you and your capabilities. And I'll put the conditions for you to develop and amplify that same belief in yourself. Stick with me and I'll stick with you. A rising tide lifts all boats. And that's what I want for you in 2019. To rise, to succeed, to get over, to get through, to go around, and to just do better. I want to thank Miss Avery for joining me on the show, coming at the last minute. And make sure you check out her page and give her love. Now, one of the secrets of marketing is you only give one call to action. I think I got like 5 so far. But I want to just let you know that we have Speak Life Church podcast out there, which is doing good stuff for our community. If you are looking for a word of encouragement, a little biblical teaching from your friend and your brother from another mother, the pastor, patriots, pistoleros, and paladins, check out speaklifepodcast.com too. I want to give a quick shout out to my friends out in Tennessee at luckygunner.com. Haven't talked about them in a minute, but they're old friends, and sometimes old friends are the best friends.
Is the cost of ammo bringing you down? Are you ready to have fun with your firearm again? If you need ammo, your friend and brother from a different mother has the answer. LuckyGunner.com. Good prices. LuckyGunner.com. If your time is valuable, LuckyGunner.com. Order your ammo today. LuckyGunner.com. Where you won't waste your time and the shipping is fast. It's 110% guaranteed. LuckyGunner.com.
I think if you look on blackmanwiththegun.com, there is an affiliate link on our affiliates section for Lucky Gunner that will give me credit if you check it out from there. LuckyGunner.com. Yeah, they've been around a minute. I think that's going to be a wrap for me this week. It's going to be a short episode, under 30 minutes, but thank you again for being you. Going to be doing some Instagram stuff on our Black Man with Gun page. Haven't touched that thing in a minute. I realized I had like 3 Instagram pages, different names, which is not a good thing if you're in social media. But It is what it is. So look forward to some Instagram stuff in the next couple of weeks. We're going to test it out, see what we can do. Going to go live and have some fun with it. All the links to everything I mentioned will be in the show notes for this episode. So check that out on Facebook if you're not a part of our group at Black Man with a Gun 1 on Facebook. And you can catch all the stuff that I've been talking about, mumbling about, and skipping and missing. Again, thanks for being you. Just in case nobody has told you this today, I love you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Until the new year comes, shalom, baby. And l'chaim to life.
Until next time, friends.
To keep in touch with Ken and his cause, head over to blackmanwithagun.com.
Blanchard.media.